Chosen ones, it's 15:15 exactly. So yeah, it's 3:15, and your girl's coming in live with a video. This video I think is important. It's about the importance of like calling out others if you feel like it's a situation where it's like, okay, this is not okay, or like this has all the evidence stacked up in this area and everyone can clearly see that this is a effed up situation, so to speak. So calling them out in that moment, like when you find the power and courage to do so, it's a good thing, especially if you're standing up for yourself. And I was also looking up Bible verses on like what's like good. Is it good to call people out? Is it biblical? So we're going to be referring to some of those as well. And I'm Kimberly. This is the Kimberly Bonse channel, where we talk about awesome things literally all the time. And yeah, I'm really glad you're here. Thank you for the new subs. I seldom check like the actual notifications. I see the numbers. So if I don't ever communicate, it's really because I'm working my dick into the ground. So if you're new to the channel, welcome is what I'm trying to say. And really, really stoked out of my mind to have new fam members and be connecting and getting it growing and sharing to different areas of the world. It's very cool and very awesome. So yeah, it's a good day, kind of. I had to like watch Lizzie McGuire just to calm down. I was gonna like try and make something funny about that, but I was like, I don't know, like if you make the right decisions in life, then you don't have to reduce your cortisol levels with Hillary Duff. Something like, I don't know, I kind of like watching like comfort movies and stuff to like calm me down. But that totally reminded me of like 2000s, so that was fun and nice. But like today I went to go print some slides for the audition, and also I wrote some jokes this morning. I woke up hella early. The fan just like fell on me and woke me up, because the only way I've been like managing to get any kind of sleep is like sleeping like this close to the fan on the bed, and I had to like plug it into the outlet next to the bed, and I've been like so surprised I'm getting any kind of sleep. Anyway, but we did get AC installed today, so that was dope, and it does feel a lot better in here. But anyway, I woke up at like 4 or like 3:47 exactly. I was like, what the heck? And so yeah, I was like, okay, God wants me up early. And yeah, that's when I saw the audition request in the email box, because I felt led to my email, so it was like cool. And like, and then I also felt I've just been wanting to write, a little bit more and stuff. So I had to print it. It wasn't like, so this isn't like a legit print shop, but I'm gonna tell you guys how like I called out this guy, and then like back it up with Bible verses on like maybe how I could have handled this better in the future, or how I can just be more prepared for this kind of thing in the future, or just any enlightenment. The Bible always has really good perspectives on a situation, so we'll do that. But it's like, it wasn't a regular printing shop. I mean, it was like a phone repair, but in the window it says like 10%, 10 cents for every copy. And I went in and I was like, yeah, like, and I printed there before, and the last time that he printed for me, it was like $1 for a page, and I like knew he was ripping me off, but I didn't have the time. I had to get to work, and I needed the sell sheet, and it was so much quicker than going all the way to the Staples, and I could just get on the train and go to work right away. So I was like, wow, because usually one page is like 20 cents or something at a Staples. So yeah, like, and he charged me a whole $1 to print one page, and then 10 cents after that. And I was like, he's totally ripped me off, but I didn't have time to throw a fit. I had to get to work. Today was a little bit of a different situation. I went and printed the guidelines for the audition, and it's like 6 pages, and it's specific. And then I printed 1 page of comedy. And I kind of had a feeling I was trying my best. I wasn't even supposed to be walking today because I actually do have a little bit of a bruised heel on my push foot. So I'm trying to so I convinced myself to not go into the city today, and it's fine. I need a rest day anyway. I need to refill my Metro card anyway. But I was like, well, I do have to go and print this off, and I actually had to go twice because the first time the Wi-Fi wasn't connecting and my phone hasn't been working. I'm telling you guys, when you're about to go through a breakthrough, everything is going to come crashing down around you. It's just how it works. But no phone, phone's not working. I'm not getting paid. I haven't been paid in over 7 days when I was told I would. I hope I don't look like what I'm going through, but I also, who cares? But, I am, pretty significantly experiencing the loose short end of the stick or whatever, with no internet, and then there wasn't even it wasn't even connecting to any Wi-Fi, and things like the bar of soap just constantly falling to the bathroom floor, or things falling, or little things like attacks and stuff. And so I can tell that a breakthrough is about to happen because everything is coming against me so hard, and everyone's trying to attack me. It feels like, maybe not everyone, but I literally almost threw my coffee at a car because I went out to go get a cup of coffee so I could be energized enough for this video, because this topic has been on my mind since that event occurred. And because my heel is bruised, and my Vans, they're a week new, and so you got to break them in, but continuing to wear the Vans actually aggravates the bruised heel. And it's just, this is part of skating and stuff. You get a little bit of a bruised heel on your push foot. It's part of the process. I just gotta take it easy. I only did 2 miles today on my board, and I'm not doing any Manhattan. I'm not going out to Brooklyn on my board. I just kept it easy, 2 miles in the Bronx. I'm being a good girl today. And so I went to get a cup of coffee at the bodega, and because these are the only shoes that I have other than flip-flops, but I wear those for the shower, and those are indoor slippers, I don't have any other shoes. So I got so much attention just to get a cup of coffee, and it really rubbed me the wrong way. And these guys at the crosswalk were like, your number, and I almost threw my coffee at the entire car, because I get so sick of being treated it gets so old. It just gets so old. And I think I just about had it. But it's not like I can change my gender all of a sudden, or stop existing, or cut off my hair and appear manly or something. There's nothing I can do that will stop other men from looking at me if they think what they're looking at is something nice. That's something I'll never be able to control. I wish there was more respect. Anyway. So I went to go print my audition and my slides and my 1 page of comedy. And I'm already pretty protective over my comedy. I told you guys that I tried writing the other day in Brooklyn, and then somebody was peering over my shoulder and being a fucking predator creepo. And this guy wanted to charge me $6 to print off 7 pages. And I went, dude, and I was actually so cool about it. I was like, nah, man, you're trying to charge me $6. You're just trying to make an extra buck off of me, and I do not appreciate it. And then he kind of went, and then the guy right next to me shuffled a little bit and started fiddling with the ATM, and then pulled out the cash a little bit later. But it was an awkward next couple of minutes, and then I'm sitting there waiting, and he's making me wait. I can feel he's making me wait, and I'm I don't hear your printer running. And he wasn't moving with any urgency at all, and I would say arguably on purpose, because when people are called out, they don't like that, and so they want to retaliate in ways that they can, especially men. Especially if it's a woman who's reprimanding a man in public, then the man will. And then I get in trouble for exercising my rights, and it's ridiculous. And he wanted to charge me $6 to print off 7 pages, when at Staples that would literally be what, $1 barely? what is it, like, that would literally be like $1.40 or some shit at the most at Staples or FedEx. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy, I told him straight to his face, no, you're just trying to make an extra buck off of me, and I do not appreciate it. Do not look at me like I'm an extra $6 walking in here. And I almost thought maybe I should just go to Staples and get this printed, because fuck this guy, like, that's ridiculous. He really thinks he can scam me like that. I know he got $1.10 last time, but that was because I absolutely needed that sell sheet for work that day. I had a deadline. This is a different situation. This is a self-submit audition, so I have a little bit of a timeline. It's not as crunch, and he wasn't moving with any urgency at all, and it was really concerning me because I was like, where are my jokes? And then he was like, which ones do you want me to print? And like, when you're like printing something for somebody, you're not supposed to sit there and read it. And I went up to the screen, and I was like, and I expected just to see like the PDF on like the file, and it wasn't. It was literally my entire like doc being read. Like, it was open and he was reading it, and I was like, you know, you're not it's like, dude, you're not supposed to read the stuff that people are printing. And it just made me so mad. I like tried to call, like, see if there's a supervisor number to like let the supervisor know that the manager in that shop is being like, you know, excessive with charging prints, and then, you know, why I'm just a customer asking why is it a sign in the window for 10 cents a copy if I'm going in and asking to print 7 pages at most, and that's $6. So I just wanted to inform you that your employees are like engaging in fraudulent behavior on the clock and taking young single women's money right from their pockets, like, unabashedly. So I just wanted to report that. I was about to like make that kind of phone call and like, or an email, or like let somebody know, let his supervisor know that was happening, because you can't say anything to the person who's doing it to you because they already don't respect you enough because they're trying to scam you in front of your face. And I just get sick of this behavior because it happens a lot at these bodegas where there's no itemized receipts. So you see people doing math in their head and they're just guessing and estimating, okay, all right, 42 total. And then the person's just like, cool. And then they take the extra $5, pocket it themselves. It happens all the time. I've seen it. I've literally stopped shopping at bodegas for this reason. So there's no itemized receipts, and the bodega culture is just completely different. So you really gotta, there's just a couple of tips. So maybe I'll make a video one day on New York codes and New York living. But never show them that you have like a $10 bill. Like, never show your money. Like, go to the front and then be like, this is everything I'm getting, what is my total? And then verify with them like each price, because they will try and get 50 cents off of you. Like, literally, this is how people make extra bucks and stuff in New York. It's ridiculous. So I stood up for myself in the situation, and I said, I do not appreciate you trying to make the extra $6 off of me. Do not look at me like like when I walk in here that I'm an extra $6. That's ridiculous. You know. So I wanted to learn more about what's it like to call people out, and what does the Bible have to say about that. So we have the Bible here, but I also have like verses here. Let's see what we got. This one has stuck out to me the most. Matthew 18:15. Brothers, if anyone is caught in any transgression, you who are spiritual should restore him in a spirit of gentleness. Keep watch on yourself, lest you too be tempted. So I did. I was very cool. I was very chill. I wasn't sugarcoating it, but I definitely wasn't being like crazy ratchet on him. Like, that's an extra $6. Like, or I don't know. I was like just letting him know that he couldn't treat me and get away with what he was trying to get away with, and like he wasn't as sneaky as he thought he was. But anyway, yeah. I was waiting, and I could tell that he was like being weird, and it was making me really uncomfortable because the audition slides were printed, and those were 6 pages. And then I was like, okay, so where's the other one? I don't hear your computer running. And then he all of a sudden suddenly busy with fixing the phone covers. And he was all of a sudden really busy fixing the phone covers. And then I was just like staring at him like, I don't hear your printer running, and I've already sent you the file. I just need one last page printed. You're making me wait an extra 10 minutes because you're being petty. And then he comes back over, and I'm like, where's the other file? And then he pulls out a second copy of the audition slides. Now I have 12 pages of audition slides. I didn't ask for that. I said, I think we had a misunderstanding. And he goes, what's that? I said, I think we had a misunderstanding. And he goes, what's that? And I was like, we had a misunderstanding. I would do anything to turn this orange juice into whiskey right now. In this moment, just a little something. We had a misunderstanding. And he goes, two copies? I was like, no, I just wanted one copy, please, of each file. And then he comes over and just pulls out the comedy. Not from the printer, from the shelf. Where, like, you have the counter and the glass and, like, it's, like, connecting the customer and the cashier. The printer's behind him. So I did not like that one bit. I feel like I need to go perform those jokes before he does now, because he was obviously reading my work, reading my jokes, while printing the rest, and, like, made me wait, was being petty, and, like, this type of, it may have just been more worth it to go to Staples. It would have taken, like, literally an hour just to go to Staples, though. So I'm actually just gonna get a printer, like, as soon as possible, because I need privacy if I'm gonna be, like, I cannot have my jokes just, like, being printed to somebody's, like, this is too much. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, I can handle it. We have 1 Timothy 5:20. If your brother sins against you, go and tell his fault between you and him alone. If he listens to you, you have gained your brother. I don't think he listened to me. He retaliated and then, like, doubled down in worse behavior, and then became like a snail, like he moved as slow as a snail when I just needed. I had such an energy of urgency too, and I was like, okay, I just need, like, these things two printed, like one file of each, and he was moving so slow, and then helping other people, and I was like. And then we have Luke 17:3, sorry. As for those who persist in sin, rebuke them in the presence of all, so that the rest may stand in fear. As for those who persist in sin, rebuke them in the presence of all, so that the rest may stand in fear. Kind of like separate, I guess. I also, like, yeah. I just, like, also want to, like, be as good of a girl as I can, and regulate my emotions and moods, despite other people's negativity throughout the day. And I want to be leading by example. I do struggle with my my moments of, like, negativity. It has to go somewhere where I vent, you know, and so I want to be as good of a possible example, though, for my channel and for the sake of everyone's consciousness and the collective, and being just an evolved, improved human. Then it's like, this video, let's look into how maybe if you ever find yourself in a situation where you need to call somebody out because they're trying to, like, do something that's, like, clearly unacceptable, then you have, like, the right to call them out. It's like, you know, risking your well-being and your safety. And it's like, every individual is going to use their own judgment on when is the right situation to call somebody out, and what does that mean for that scenario and that relationship. But when we see other people doing something sinful, something wrong, I think what it's saying in Matthew is, or is that Galatians? Am I reading these incorrectly? No, that's Matthew. Matthew 18:15. If your brother sins against you, go and tell him his fault between you and him alone. If he listens to you, you have gained your brother. And this one too. But if he does not listen, take one or two others along with you, that every charge may be established. So this is Matthew 18:15 continued. But if he does not listen, take 1 or 2 others along with you, that every charge may be established by the evidence of 2 or 3 witnesses. If he refuses to listen to them, tell it to the church. And if he refuses to listen even to the church, let him be to you as a Gentile and a tax collector. Okay, thank you, Holy Spirit. So we're just about finishing up with this video. I wanted to share one really positive tip on how to delegate like a heavy load or other vexations in life, things that frustrate us. When something is like really out of my control, I give it to God and say, okay, God, I'm gonna let you take that one. And I kind of pretend like I'm a secretary or something, and I'm like doing an intake of all the possible this is just what I do, like all the possible like opinions or things I should be even worried about, or opinions or overthinking that one comment or overthinking that one interaction, or anything in the day that's like coming against me. And it's like, okay, this one I can handle, this one is within my vicinity, this one is within my skill set to handle, this one, that's a little bit completely, that's a God, but that's a God, I'm gonna give that one to you. Dinner with the in-laws, I don't know. There's like things that really get us, certain areas, a little bit more than others. So the one that's like a heavy duty, just heavy duty, okay, God, that one's for you, vengeance is yours. You will repay that one. There you go. Like things like where you just like can't figure out how to feel about it, and it like hurts and it's confusing, and then it's like heavy, and then you're like, but I want to feel good. Just be like, okay, God, I can handle this other stuff, but can you please just take that one? Just take it, because it says cast all your burdens and anxieties, cast all your anxieties onto Him because He cares for you. So yeah, thanks for kicking it with me and being a real one, because I definitely do absolutely try to capture my energies through these videos and send you the best vibes possible. Even if I'm going through something in the day, I try and turn it around and how we can make it a better world. So, love you guys. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Stay chosen.